My goodness, I'm starting to look really tired. It's all those hours of playing Doom Eternal, I think, are finally starting to catch up to me. Hey everyone, my name's HarryAtomic and welcome to another Community Day video. This time we're going to be talking about Xbox 360 DVD cases and what are your habits around like changing cases for nicer ones or replacing broken ones. There's just so many different options to consider. Anyways, let's dive into the video. So before we get started, let me remind you to consider subscribing to the channel if you like Xbox videos, and also just to let everyone know that we're going to start trying to stream on Twitch. I'll be streaming every Tuesday and Saturday on Twitch at 7 PM GMT. There's links down in the description and there should be a little nice graphic here, hopefully, if I've done my homework. But anyways, let's get on to the video. So as always with Community Day, I post a poll on the community tab of YouTube asking you guys a question about anything Xbox or game collecting related, just to see exactly what everybody thinks. So the poll this week was about Xbox 360 DVD cases, and I asked, since there are different Xbox 360 DVD cases, I wanted to ask, do you want your games to be in the original DVD case that the game came in, even if it's in bad condition? Now the reason that I asked this is because of a question that I get a lot on Discord and on Twitter, where people ask me if I swap out my game cases, as well as just asking for some information on the different types of cases out there. So I went through my game collection and I found a nice cross section of what I believe to be, I think, every Xbox 360 game case that there is available. If there's others, then let me know. Now the main difference between all the different Xbox 360 DVD cases are the spindles. Now there are a few other differences, like here you can see that the spines are different, like the little opening where you actually pry the case open is different on some cases, but mostly the difference comes in the spindle. You have spindles that you can just pop like regular DVD cases as you would expect, but there are also some other designs that are available for multi-disc games or maybe just different manufacturers of DVD cases. So this is why that this topic is such a prevalent one in Xbox 360 collecting circles, because a game comes with a certain type of case, and can you still consider it complete if you swap out that case, say if it's broken or really grubby? But anyways, let's get on to the results. So it seems that the results this time around were pretty much sort of what I expected, except there were a lot of people that really stuck by the complete in box theory of collecting games. So 48% of people said they don't mind and they'll just swap it for another Xbox 360 game case. As long as it's an Xbox case, then they're fine, I suppose. But 35% of people said that they want the game to remain in the original type of case that the game came in. But as always with Community Day, the truth is in the comments. So let's dive down into the comments of the poll and see exactly what you guys had to say. Our first comment comes from Josh, who says, as long as they have cases outside of GameStop standard ones because they break easily, then I'm all good with most cases. I think that this highlights kind of the main focus behind a lot of game collectors is that they want to actually play their collection, and so because of that you want something sturdy to actually put your games in. Now a lot of retailers do take in disc only releases and they'll put them in just a generic DVD case in order to have something to actually protect the disc while it's being like handled and sold. However, yes, if you do have a super flimsy DVD case, then stacking it and moving around eventually will introduce cracks and who knows, actually might one day damage your disc if the case kind of loses its integrity. So one of the things that I'll usually do if I'm picking up an individual game that maybe has a case that's a bit worse for wear is I'll find a really cheap sports title, like something for like 50 pence or something, and I'll pick it up just so that I can use the case as a donor. It's a really cheap and easy way to get your hand on a case quickly, and it means that you're protecting that game that you're actually buying. Anyways, on to the next comment. Safrati says, I'll swap them for a similar case as long as it's not one of these sports game cases with stickers on them. Now again, this introduces another level of complexity that I admit I hadn't even thought about whenever I was putting together this question. Now a lot of sports games like NFL games or FIFA games or anything that is kind of covered by an external governing body tends to have like a little holographic sticker on the front, like denoting that it's an official piece of like FIFA merchandise. And I know a lot of people don't like taking those stickers off cases. I usually do. It's probably not the best thing to do, I suppose. But yeah, sometimes those sports cases come with actual stickers on them, and some people don't like having like a different brand stickers on the front of a completely different game. So yes, I would agree, even if you are going to swap out your case for something similar, make sure that there are no stickers or anything stuck all around the box if you want to maintain that kind of brand new feel to your game. Anyways, on to the third comment. Advitech says, I always keep my cases clean and not broken, but a massive pet peeve of mine is EA Sports cases, since they have a little print that has their logo on the inside of the case, and it feels weird putting Halo 3 in a case with EA Sports wrote inside it. Again, this is something that I had not taken into account whenever I was putting this question together. Even if you do manage to find a case that doesn't have a sports sticker on the front, be aware EA Sports actually pressed their own Xbox 360 DVD cases for some of their games. Now, just as an example, I found 2 Dragon Age games that were both published by EA, and after checking the cases, it seems that only one of them had the EA Sports logo printed at the top and one of them didn't. So even if you have EA games, you might not be swapping it into the right case for one with an EA print, and if the game isn't oh my goodness, this is just so melty. But yeah, printing your logo inside the game case, top move EA. Thank you. And the last comment today comes from Gernaldinho Plays, who said, has to not be in a broken case for me, so I'll swap it out for any 360 case as long as it's not broken. However, for multi-disc cases, they have to be correct so they hold the games properly. You can see on the spindle how many discs the case is designed to hold. Now, this is something that I always try to follow as well, because ultimately this is something that's not for aesthetic reasons, but is for protecting your games. Ultimately, that's really what I try to do whenever I swap out cases. If something looks like it's not sturdy enough to like hold the game safely enough, then I'll end up swapping it out for something that does keep my game safe, because I want to play these things for many years. I don't want to put it in a case that'll like scratch up one of the discs. So as Gernaldinho rightly mentioned, if you look on the spindle of the actual DVD cases, sometimes there'll be a little number telling you exactly how many discs that spindle is designed to hold. Now, usually these spindles are designed in such a way that whenever you put the actual discs in, there's a very slight gap between the discs, meaning that they're not rubbing off each other whenever you're taking them out. The only exception to this is Wolfenstein The New Order, which is a 4 DVD game, and it doesn't have the number 4 on it, but it has this unique little spindle, so if you ever see this one, you'll know it's a 4-disc game. But anyways, thank you everybody who commented. Thanks for everybody who voted as well. I absolutely love doing these community day videos. They're just so much fun to see what everybody has to say. Now, for my input into this question, what I always do with my cases is I'll swap them out for something that holds the same amount of games. There are cases that are flimsier, there are cases that are heavier, there's some cases that are slightly lighter, some that are slightly darker. Maybe that's just a manufacturing anomaly, I don't know. But ultimately, as long as I am putting my 4-disc game in a 4-disc case, I really don't mind where it came from. I'll probably try and steer away from the EA Sports printed ones, and if there's any stickers on there, I'll just remove them and wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol. That usually removes a lot of the gunk. But yeah, as long as the games are safe, I'm just totally happy. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. As I said at the start, please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy Xbox related videos, and also consider following me on Twitch, where I'm going to be streaming every Tuesday and Saturday at 7 PM GMT. There's a little countdown on the Twitch page anyway to let you know exactly when it's going to be in your time zone. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.